I'm real. I am real. I run my hands down and over my shoulders, my arms, to my elbows and back. I wiggle my toes and exhale, staying silent, holding space in my torso and my thighs to feel present. The more I come back into the body, the more exhilaration and also pain I feel. The many systems all work together to form one, and my bones, my living, breathing, beautiful bones. Bodies are fascinating, living out so many levels of awareness, symbiotically creating a total experience, all for your unfolding pleasure or pain. Both are there for a reason and purpose. Wisdom of the ages in its very design, bursting with possibilities and co-creation. It's downright delicious and about fucking time. As I navigate this rebirthing process, I muse about the final outcome of allowing symphony to be symphony. I have kept her hidden for so long. What is navigating the rebirthing? It is myself of this moment, going back and collecting the self from birth and through life that had to hide to survive. The infant symphony that cried for her mother's amusement and control issues, letting her starve so that she would gulp and throw up when she finally fed. Laughing at the silly, vulnerable infant in her hands. She made it after all. Why shouldn't she do what she liked with it? The little girl that would dip her pink doll cup in the toilet to sneak water, fearing using the faucet and getting caught. Not being allowed water after 4:30 p.m. until the next day. Sneaking out of the bathtub in which she slept and dipping it into that bowl of cool water in the dark, so thirsty and so afraid. The little girl who read their books before even beginning kindergarten and asked to speak to the church elders, wanting to understand why would they believe such nonsense. The one that they called Christ was the only one that she understood. So much of that book was hateful and cruel. Why would they allow it to lead? She was terrified, but soon learned that hell was real. And it was here with the humans. They said that the devil spoke through me, and my mother made it clear there were no choices. We are all evil from birth, and our bodies are bad. No logic, no reason. Fear and hate seemed to have been the driving force in those that were around me, and I withdrew within. School and other children were no different. Mocked, kicked, spit, laughed at, often simply looking back with no response. Mystified, from within I looked, refusing to fight back, and it was seen as a weakness. Military and doctors, ECT while her father watched. At ages of 4 through 7, to this day, unexplained. But a little bluebird told me it was training that they also used on soldiers, and trauma can split the mind and time, and in other worlds I did now find vast new places to run and hide. By the time I turned 10, I had released my hope of being allowed, be it in my thoughts, my understanding, or even that I lived at all. I was and lived in pure fight or flight, from birth to nearly my 40th birthday, riding life like waves as they hit me, with no base or foundation, only responding to whatever hell was manifesting next. And that hell was only ever from interacting with other humans. Alone, life is beautiful, vibrant, magical. Everything has a purpose around me. Silence and sounds. Everything is either becoming or unbecoming. All is a living, breathing mosaic of evolving creation. Even the fellow humans around me are deep treasure troves, but mostly unmined, experiencing to some degree the disconnect to body and self that I have faced all of my life, lost and afraid, misaligned understandings of their self and their bodies, and their very relationship to this reality. It has been like walking through hell, retracing what was to understand who and what I am today, to reclaim my very right to be. I had become nothing, survival and service to others. No more wants or desires, nothing of myself. They were never allowed. Yet I still seemed stronger and more clear than the humans that I encountered, always choosing to bend myself rather than force reality or truth on the fearful people around me, negating even my very existence, often living from a point of detached observation, giving until diminished to the point of either waking or death. I chose to wake, although death would have been easier. And now I will feel the pain as I reunite with this body that I knew not only needed my love and appreciation, but deserved it, asking it softly and with remorse and respect to forgive me for abandoning it for so long. I was told at a young age that the love of the self was evil and the body was bad. I knew that these were erroneous, but stating the opposite would have only resulted in beating and anger. And as I grew up, the trauma piled on. No time for breath or healing. But I am here now, and I love my body. I love my breath. I love my bones. I love my blood. I love my fat. I love my organs, each so precious and defined. I love all that can be with this miraculous, multifaceted, and ever-evolving form. I will sit and listen to each area and what it has held on my behalf. What has it held and kept to survive until now? And I will hold space and right action and bring healing and cleansing. I am real. It is my mantra for now. I am as real as all the humans I have met and experienced. I am as seen, as needed and deserving, and here as they are. This is a new feeling for me, regardless of my age. May I be seen. May I be heard. May I be loved. And may I be of service to my community. May I meet others in love with life and human potential as well. I know there are many out there. I am real. I am symphony.